Most serial killers don't make any effort to involve the media or investigators. They're very secretive. They don't want attention. They almost want their crimes to go unnoticed. But the idea of committing a crime and then calling up the police and bragging about it, that's a whole nother level of terror.
A man who wore a medieval-style executioner's hood.
Who has baffled the police and baffled the media.
He seems to crave publicity. He sent letters and cryptograms to newspapers and the police.
Subject stated, I want to report a murder. No, a double murder. I did it.
Here we are, 50 years after the first Zodiac killing. In today's world of forensics, old cases are being solved. Who doesn't want to know how it turns out?
From the creators of Atlanta Monster comes Season 2. This is Monster, the Zodiac Killer. Listen and subscribe at Apple Podcasts or on the iHeartRadio app.
Open your hearts and loosen your butts. It's time for Couples Therapy.
Yeah, this podcast is Andy and Naomi's, where they can both laugh and hang with all their homies, talking excellent vacationing with brunches and cuddling, to messy situationships and conscious and coupling, from Netflix hookups to singledom with some Hulu, text, sex, regrets, or feeling on your new Jubu. They gon' talk about it, yeah, you are invited, needing therapy, I guarantee, baby, we got it.
It's couples therapy. Couples therapy.
Welcome to Couples Therapy. My name is Andy.
And I am Naomi.
And we are a real-life couple. We're a real-life couple of comedians. And this is our podcast, Couples Therapy, where we take the best sets from our live show, Couples Therapy, bring them to you. And what we do on the live show is we have couples and best friends and siblings do sets together about their relationship. I think that's all the exposition we need.
Oh yeah, that was a nice, right and tight breakdown, Andy.
Thank you. I'm still emotionally trying to get over. Right before we started recording, Naomi threw so much shade in my direction that I feel, Naomi, your new name's Eclipse because you were throwing planetary shade.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm in a dark forest. I feel like I'm in Castlevania 2. Okay. And it's night, and the monsters are out.
Are you done? Are you done talking about how dark and cold it is where you are? Andy, if you can't take gentle ribbing from me at this juncture, you might have to rethink all your life choices about love. I love how, okay.
all because I just decided to say the first line of our delightful theme song by Samus.
He started rapping it, and I just said, I love when you rap. Which, okay, yeah, sarcastic-ish, but more like, it's funny. You know how white you be sounding when you do things. So was that like really a hot take? You know what, honestly, the fact that Andy's coming at me with shade, this is all because we just started watching Pose, and now he is like in the world of shades and queens and drag and categories and balls.
The category is the intro to the Couples Therapy podcast.
Giving me interracial relationship realness.
I love Pose. We've only seen the first 4 episodes. We are recording this, by the way. The whole season is done. Right. We are late to the game, but we have cried. Both of us have cried multiple times watching it.
Like, Pose has broken us both open. We have gotten into real conversations about our upbringings, our past. I mean, not only is it an amazing show, but I didn't think it was going to give me such a personal feeling of fulfillment, and joy. I mean, because I'm crying when I am designating Pose tears, okay? Pose tears are not, it's not like, ooh, that was sad. I mean, of course there are heart-wrenching moments, but it's like, there are tears of joy, tears of satisfaction, tears of recognition, tears of feeling represented, seen, acknowledged. I mean, Pose tears are a different category.
I know. I feel seen when the credits roll and the first 3 people in the credits are the white people in the cast.
Okay, and this is something I take issue with on it gets me every time. I ranted about this on Love It or Leave It podcast, and it took a little while for the audience to get on my side. But I
don't think they got on your side at all, if I remember the recording correctly. I believe I believe you ranted about this, but that was so funny. We noticed that like after the first episode or whatever, when the credits came up and okay, if you have not seen Pose, it is about the ballroom scene in the late 80s.
In New York. And the core cast, the stars of the show are trans women of color. And it is giving you an insight into a community and a world shown to you by people from that actual community, which is a fucking rare treat.
Yeah, I think Janet Mock is one of the showrunners or the producers on it.
And it is, and it's so wonderful, but they're the characters that I'm referring to as the side whites.
So there's a handful of characters. There is James Vanderbeek, who plays an executive in the Trump company.
And he's like doing his own drag, his own like Wolf of Wall Street American Psycho drag performance. It is very extra. There is Evan Peters, who is in every
The category is listening to Genesis while you cut someone up with a chainsaw. I love Pray Tell.
I know, he is your favorite character.
It's so funny, by the way, also, like, you wrote a joke on Twitter. It's just our sense of humor, where, like, I go silly and weird, and you go real. And obviously, people want real. We'll talk about this later, but what was your joke on Twitter?
I mean, it wasn't really a joke as much as a fact of where I was at, which is I've never considered becoming a mother until I started watching Pose. Okay? Because you are seeing people make their family and be connected, and I'm like, maybe.
And I wrote something, I was like, the category is the hate virus from the 2-part Return of Optimus Prime special on Transformers. And the category is Life's Rich Pageant era REM demos.
And it really should have been like, that is the ballroom culture of your mind.
Yes.
That is your ballroom.
I was trying to think of what might have been in 1987.
You were being particular to 1987. Yes. Oh, I thought you were just doing like, indie rock white boy ballroom culture. That was the vibe I was getting. Oh my God.
The category is Superchunk's latest album.
Oh my God.
No, but yes. But to get back to the side whites. So James Vanderbeek is that Trump company character. Then there is Evan Peters. Is that his name?
Evan Peters, I believe.
And Kate Mara is his wife. And altogether, they are like a minor part of the show. They're, I would say, a necessary part, but a very minor part of the show. I would say in the 4 episodes we've seen, James Vanderbeek has maybe 4 scenes total.
Right. He gets like a 1 scene an ep.
Yet, when those credits roll, whose names pop out first? Whose names scroll up first into your brain?
Evan Peters, James Vanderbeek, Kate Mara. Excuse you? This ain't your show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't your show. This was not your time. And I felt like it was like, especially coming off Pose when I'm extra, I'm feeling black pride, brown pride, other pride. The last thing I need is those side whites popping up being like, I did it. No, you didn't. James Vanderbeek, you walked on set one day, put on a suit, and were just Aryan.
Dawson's Week.
Thank you, baby.
W-E-A-K.
Oh, you didn't have to spell it for me. I knew where we were at. So, it's a real emotional roller coaster watching Pose. It's everything I've needed. Last week we did talk about how we didn't have any shows and we're struggling, and now we have something, and we've never felt closer.
Yes.
We're back. We're back, man.
Our love is stronger and more. It's like, a bunch of braids woven together to make a strong rope.
And we're looking forward to, the strongest strand is Pose. So I'm just really glad you guys, honestly, in a week, look how fast things can change in any relationship. You got to just hold on for one more day, Wilson Phillips style, discover a new show, remember what life is about and who you want to watch your shows with.
Yes, Wilson Phillips brand televisions.
What?
Is Philips still a brand of television, or did they go out of business in the 80s?
Oh, 87 really was your time.
Hey, why don't we play a clip for them? Now that we've got you all warmed up, now that we've made your hearts open and your butts loose, why don't we play a clip for you?
Oh, yeah. We got to give them one of our favorites. These 2 comics are dear friends of ours from New York, and this is a set they did for us at Union Hall in December of last year in New York. And speaking of Union Hall, you can catch us back at Union Hall this coming September 17th. You'll get some info on that later. But These two, this first set is Ashley Brooke Roberts and Nick Maritato. They are comedians and a couple who also co-host the podcast Reality Blows. Nick has written for the MTV reboot of TRL, and Ashley has written for National Geographic, and she hosts the weekly stand-up show Fresh Out at UCB East in New York. Get ready for Nick and Ashley.
Roll it!
Hello. So, we've been together for 6 years, and we're here tonight to tell you guys how to make it to 6 years without having to get married.
Yeah. It's very, very important.
It's very important. You got to find a way in these times.
Yeah, because if you fuck it up, you'll have to get married, and no one wants that.
No one wants that.
It's horrible.
Just want to stay together as long as you possibly can.
Yeah.
First thing that you have to do is you have to embrace each other's different families.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nick's family, very loud, very abrasive. Okay.
Yeah.
I've embraced it. I would talk about it on stage. You know, that's how I deal with it.
Yeah. My family's from New Jersey, and they are very much about that life. Totally repping for it.
First time I went and visited them, I thought everyone was so mad at each other, and they actually were just getting along.
Yeah. And I was like, no, we're about to eat. What do you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
And then my family were very quiet. So the thing about Nick's family, very loud, arguing, but they will like care about you and love you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then my family, very quiet, very polite, but they'll disown you if you leave the door open.
Yeah. They will, too.
Yeah. You better not fuck that door.
Well,
Don't fuck the door.
Yeah.
You better not fucking leave the door open.
Yeah. What if you're like, I thought we lived in a barn? Does that work ever with them?
No, they hate that. They also hate shoes inside.
Yeah, shoes inside. I love shoes inside.
Too much personal detail. They hate dirty hands.
Yeah.
They hate. I think just really they're a hating family.
Yeah.
They're all about hating.
They do love guns.
They love guns. Yeah, that's the thing they love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was weird for Nick because the first time he met my grandparents, it's sort of like my grandfather's house is like one of those hindsight magazines of like, is it hindsight?
It's highlights, but at this point, my memory of it.
Okay, you know those highlight magazines where it's like, find the hidden image, right? So every room is like, find the hidden gun.
Yeah.
Because my grandfather likes to have one in arm's reach at all times.
He really does.
Yeah.
And they don't live in a huge place, so he really does. Like, he's like, if somebody comes over there, I got the revolver over here.
Yeah.
They come through the back door, the shotgun.
Yeah. He's a very paranoid man for reasons I don't fully understand. So my family. So the first time Nick came to meet my mom, so my mom's very eccentric. I'm sure you guys can all relate if you have a mom who, like, you know, builds cat amusement parks out of chicken wire for her 11 disabled cats.
Yeah.
Or
and like really disabled. You know? They're not like colorblind. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking missing arms. No feet on these fucking things. I don't know anything about cats.
She collects cats.
She loves them.
She loves cats. She lives on a farm by herself, and she works the night shift at the Durham VA hospital. So you get an idea, right? And her biggest, like, the thing that brings her the most joy in life is, you know, preparing for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Great. You guys got it.
Never saw a bug out bag she didn't like.
Yeah.
It was even
you have to explain to them. You guys know what a bug out bag is?
What?
For when shit hits the fan?
Yeah. Seriously.
You got to have a bag on hand. Okay, so I bring Nick home to meet my mom, and she's like, great to meet you. Let's go into the bug out room and make you a bug out bag.
Yeah. So I was like, what's that?
It's for when STHF shit hits the fan. I'm
something
dyslexic.
Like and then so we went in there and we all had our own. She had everything ready to go. She had 3 of everything.
Yeah.
It was like a strange post-apocalyptic like Martha Stewart segment. Like we had our bags and then she would be like, okay, you're obviously gonna need some deodorant. It's going to get stinky out there, so everybody put a deodorant in. And then one by one, we just built a bug out bag.
Yeah. Well, she tried to do a bug out crate. And I
Right.
was like, we live in New York. We have to take the little bag.
Yeah.
But she was like, but what are you going to do about, you got to put your heat blankets in there. What about your raft? What about the essentials? So she did form a plan for us to get out of the city, which I was asking you today if you know the plan, because I know it by heart.
I forgot the plan. I didn't remember that we did this. What is the plan again?
Okay, so when shit hits the fan, everybody who has a loved one, or if you care about somebody, or you just don't want to leave by yourself during the apocalypse. So when shit hits the fan and the grid goes down in New York, you should have a plan to either have a meeting place that you go to, which ours is the base of the Williamsburg Bridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God. You wait there. You get there. You set an alarm for 3 hours because it might take them a while to get there. And then if they're not there, then you go to the second checkpoint, which is
Kmart. Or
oh my God!
Possibly what's next to the bridge?
The other base of the bridge.
Oh,
you just
all right,
go
of
over
course.
in case you were in
That one's-
Manhattan.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, we got to work out this plan
we
later.
will work it out.
Okay.
I'm thinking we add a pit stop at a Dunkin' Donuts at some point. That's going to be because I'm sure Dunkin' Donuts will be open. There's so many of them, and they're always open.
And the apocalypse runs on
probably.
Dunkin'.
Yeah, we got it. We did it.
So we embrace the differences in our family.
Yeah.
So that means you embrace my mom, who
Right.
loves you and is insane.
Yeah, she's cool though.
She's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Emotionally abusive. Okay, cool, but said horrible things.
I remember this is the first time we went back and I met her mom, and I had heard 3 years of Ashley talking about her mom, and I was really expecting a really terrifying experience. And we went there and there was a bunch of limpy cats. And it was great. And she likes reality TV. I'm like, oh, she's great. We watched TV. And then we were, she lives, it was North Carolina. It was midnight. So we had to go to Walmart. And because there was
she did make us take a trip to Walmart.
Yeah, and I was in the parking lot.
For heat blankets,
and
for the bug out bag.
Right,
okay.
right. We had to do this. And then I remember we got out of the car and I'm like, I don't know why you say your mom's so shitty. She seems pretty dope. And we were in a fight for about 3 days. It was the worst.
I immediately started crying in the parking lot of Walmart. But how could you?
Yeah. Next to 9 other women crying in the parking lot of Walmart. It's kind of a thing.
And then so I embrace your dad, who's a little bit of a nutball.
Yeah, he is really. He's embracing his Goomba life right now as a single guy. A lot of pinky ring situations.
So many pinky rings and chain wallets.
Yeah, there's a chain wallet thing happening.
Yeah, what is right?
Is that a normal dad thing? No, okay. Well, then my dad's cool.
Yeah. He likes to get drunk and tell me about his girlfriends,
Yeah,
who are also all parrot heads.
Yeah, he's a parrot head.
He's a parrot head. Yeah.
Yeah, they get along, though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so then the other thing is embracing our differences. We're very different. We actually have nothing in common.
Yeah, that's a big part of our relationship.
Is being in separate rooms doing our own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of essential to the whole process.
Yeah.
Ashley, she likes to read.
I love read.
I mean? That's
love to
a big
read.
thing for her.
He doesn't get it,
I'm like, no, whatever, man. Just do that. And, and I'm just I'm open to this new lifestyle. I'm like.
I bought him a book for his birthday, and he said, how dare you, okay?
She bought me a self-help book
He
for my
needs it,
birthday.
Okay. You guys are seeing the
exactly.
relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll be reading, and he'll be watching hours of battle rap on YouTube.
There's just so much to get through.
Yeah. Which he has this victim mentality about it. He's like,
I know, I'm
they
put off
keep
by
releasing these things. I have to watch them, like someone's forcing you to.
That's how I feel about most of the things I love. Where I'm like, oh, great, there's another Real Housewives. Oh, gotta watch this fucking thing now.
Another big difference is that he's a pothead and I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So
which you think wouldn't work, but
it works great.
Yeah.
It works great.
Yeah, I'm high as hell. She's drunk as shit. And look
I'm
at us.
fucking drunk.
You know what I mean? Fucking killing it.
Yeah, That's the secret to a relationship. We both love Adderall, though, so that's the middle of the road.
That's more of like, we're prescribed it, so it's kind of.
I'm prescribed it.
Well,
I'm prescribed it.
We're a we.
He in the morning he's searching through my Adderall.
I do not.
Twice. He did it twice. I need it for work, babe. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna organize your hats.
I got a lot of hats, and I like to do colors.
There's about 4 walls in our apartment that are just dedicated to hats, and he only wears 2.
I wear a couple of hats.
Maybe 3. But
Right.
you just are attached to these hats.
I like a lot of hats.
But that's okay because you accept that I like stickers.
Yeah, you love stickers?
I love stickers.
Yeah, I don't freak out every time she buys a fucking $25 notebook.
I buy
It's
lots.
like,
I love paper. I love paper.
I put up with that shit.
He puts up with me journaling and reading, and I put up with him getting high and filling our house with hats and watching a lot of battle rap. So it's the middle road.
I don't fill the house with hats.
Full of hats.
I coat the house.
But we do have a couple things in common,
Yes,
right? First
yes.
one is the challenge on MTV.
Yeah,
Anybody
we love
else?
it. I got actually. Wow, that's a lot.
That's awesome.
I'm super pumped.
Yeah. I feel like that is good for us. I feel like people just wooed for us,
Yeah.
but they did it for the thing we love the most.
Seriously.
The
R.I.P.
challenge.
Diem. But it's.
R.I.P. Diem. Oh, Nick, come on.
I never got to say that on stage before. I feel really good. And then also we actually found the one thing that has brought us together. And it's like a mentality thing. And it was like, wow, this was all, we never really talked about this.
But it's
and
a
then we were
core
like,
value. It's a core value that we share.
I was like, when we figured out that we both are super into vaping.
Yeah, we love to vape.
Yeah, not weed either. We have our own vapes, and I'm not going to be
nicotine. It's nicotine.
Yeah,
How lame is that?
It's
We're
very
not
lame,
even getting
but
high.
we vape together. And,
we vape, and we have Fitbits.
We also have Fitbits. The best thing about a Fitbit is all you got to do is put it on, and you're doing something. Right now, look, something's going to buzz in 4 seconds.
So
we're getting there. We're finding some stuff out, and we're hopefully soon we'll have sex. And
I can't wait. Fingers crossed.
It's gonna be good. Thank you guys
It's
so
gonna be good.
much.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? We wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Warby Parker Eyewear. Andy and I both wear glasses. In fact, we have the same prescription. Isn't that so romantic?
It's going to be in our vows. And over the years, we probably spent thousands of dollars on glasses, and we're sick of it.
Which is why we love Warby Parker. They know a pair of glasses shouldn't cost as much as a damn iPhone.
Yeah, Warby Parker's glasses start at just $95, which includes frames, lenses, and anti-glare and anti-scratch coatings. And for every pair you buy, they distribute a pair to someone in need. So when you take care of your eyes, you help someone else take care of theirs.
Get your life! As lifelong glasses wearers, Andy and I know they're an extension of your personality. I mean, they're the first things people see when they look at your face. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you get 5 frames sent to your door to test out. Or if you're me, obsess over.
I tried on some frames when we had friends over, and I was faced with some really hard truths about my face shape that I was glad took place in the comfort of my home. And when I figured out which frames best obscured my hideous visage, all I had to do was order them online. It was easier than making a pasta dinner with all the trimmings.
And by trimmings, he means sauce. Head to warbyparker.com/couples to order your free home try-ons today. And when you're done, send them back in the prepaid return label. That's warbyparker.com/couples. And if you want everyone to weigh in on your new specs and find the right frames for you, download the Warby Parker app in the iTunes store.
Welcome back, everyone. What a commercial. What a set. What a commercial.
I love your mic voice. Welcome back, everyone. It's so, I don't know. It's got a secret bemusement to it, a levity and a lightness of being.
I'll be honest, the first thing you said, do you want to do the Welcome Back, Andy? I go, sure. The first thing that popped in my head was to sing the Welcome Back Kotter theme song, which was on before I was born. Like that, it would have been a reference that would have gone over everyone's heads. That would have been the, flying out of LAX, that reference.
I don't get it.
Welcome Back Kotter was a sitcom.
I know what Welcome Back Kotter was. We said flying out of LAX.
Yeah, a reference that went over everyone's heads. That's how high the reference was flying over everyone's heads. Ooh, Naomi just...
I did not give you shade. There are times.
I could tell you were holding it back.
Okay. Ashley and Nick are two of my faves.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
Yeah. They're good friends of ours.
Okay, I need you to give me more than just saying yes. I'm trying to engage in a dialogue with you.
Oh, well, what do you want me to say about them? I like them as human beings. They are funny. They are nice people.
Okay, anyway, now let's
Ashley
get back.
told us about bug out bags, and like not just in that set, but also in real life, she has explained to us why we need bug out bags and plans in case everything falls apart.
I know. And then you got me one 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
And it was the best present I've ever received from you.
Oh, the best? Really? What about the engagement ring?
Well, that's a different kind of present. Like, I'm talking like a holiday-based present. A bug-out bag? That's everything I need. Don't make it difficult. I'm trying to compliment you. Anyway, let's get back to Pose. So, as I said, I never wanted to become a mother until I started watching Pose. And now it's got me thinking about making a family. Indy, you and I have always been on the same page of not wanting children.
No, not at all. There are reasons. Hold on. It's not just hatred of children.
No, not just. There's no hatred of children. The way that just, I didn't know you hated children. I do not hate children. Mine is, and that's the thing about it.
I don't hate, hold on. I don't hate children, just so we're clear. I was making a fun.
Every time, or not every time, a lot of times when you tell people you don't want kids, they assume it's like, what's wrong with your cold, shriveled heart? You know? And that's not fair, and that's not true. It's not that I don't like kids, it's that I know my own limitations.
Yeah. I say, what's wrong with your cold, shriveled fallopian tubes?
I just know that I couldn't do it 24/7. I know I cooked Thanksgiving dinner for the first time last year, and it came out fine, but everyone ate, then they left, and I had to do a whole bunch of dishes. And I was like, fuck this. And that's like being a parent every day.
Yeah.
You up in here slaving, trying to do stuff to make people feel good. Then in the end, they just leave. Why would I have children?
It's like your life is postpartum depression. Every time. Like, it's like, you know, when you were a kid and you had a sleepover and your friends left and then you were depressed?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that.
Partium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Postpartium depression.
Yeah.
It's like that all the time.
That's what I think.
When you have kids. Because they're going to be ungrateful for like 30 years, maybe.
No.
Roughly.
They're only ungrateful.
When did you become a grateful child?
Oh, well, I had to be a grateful child. My mother reminded me every day it was a gift. And so it wasn't I was an ungrateful child. I think it's more like when you're younger, you know, you take it for granted because you're like, well, I've only been born with you taking care of me. Then as you get older and you see your parents as people, and older meaning like even high school and stuff, you start to be aware like, oh, mom's tired, or oh, they're doing a lot of work. Like you recognize stuff and you say please and thank you and mean it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get that until like maybe into my 20s.
Wow.
Well, I was off in my own little world most of my life. I've been off in my own little private Narnia in my head.
I can tell.
Yeah,
Don't I know it?
No, this is embarrassing to say out loud now. I'm gauging the reaction of everyone in the room.
Well, we'll see what stays in the final cut.
I have. Look, no, I like kids. I have a cousin. Well, my cousin's a teenager now, so I don't hang out with him. But like when he was a kid, and we go, you play video games and you read him comics, and then you go home.
You're great.
And that's
kids.
that. Yeah, I'm great with kids.
Like, you get them. You're like in their world. You have no problem meeting a kid and just getting at their level. You know, whereas a lot of people who aren't comfortable with kids or not around kids a lot. You just kind of you're like, hello, small one, and you will you'll like literally when we go visit our friends Katie and Lance and their son, I remember he was like 2 years old and he wanted to just play on this little guitar, and I'm up in here trying to have a conversation with adults, okay? And this child is just a tinker tinker tinker, and you were like totally cool to just keep tinker 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 with him like the whole time. And I know me, I get like 10 minutes of play and I go, okay, are you done yet?
Well, I get kids. Like, my brain, again, private Narnia, they're in the same land, so why don't we play on a guitar, too, together?
Right.
Right? In this, weird, brain land we're all surfing on.
But see, that's why then sometimes thinking about that, I'm like, if we did decide to have kids, you would be good at it. See, the problem is if we had kids, I would have to be bad cop, and you be good cop.
I'm good for it. This is what I was trying to say before. I'm good for a couple hours. I don't want the responsibility. I'm paranoid enough about our cats. Our cat was sitting on his infinity scratching post this morning, sleeping, having just a wonderful dream. You could tell his back leg twitching. I put my arm around Naomi and I go, "We made that." And that's as far as I want to get. I'm paranoid about them every time we leave the house. Every time when we went to Palm Springs, we talked about this on an earlier episode. We went to Palm Springs for 2 days, a 2-day getaway. And I was paranoid the entire time. We had a friend of ours staying in the apartment watching them, a friend that we trust a lot. And I still was like, I can't settle. I can't settle. They're gone. Now, a human being that we create, that our DNA mixes and melds to pop out this little potato baby.
Potato baby?
That is half you and half me. And I'm supposed to be okay with just walking away and like going to work, taking my briefcase, putting my businessman's hat on.
A real Evan Peters.
Walking to work and going on a vacation for a day or 2 days. I don't know if I can handle that. I have a couple very specific reasons why I don't want to bring a kid to this world. I might be okay with adopting, by the way. I might be okay with adopting at some point.
A family can look like anything.
But then again, I've seen 6 Feet Under. I know the problems David went through with their adopted kids.
Okay. Maybe we're relying too much on television. Tell me your reasons. Let the record show Andrew's reasons. Go ahead.
So, number 1, climate change. All right? We're supposed to bring a kid into this world when we know it's going to be like how many... Look, it was 90 degrees this week, and I had 3 air conditioners on in the same room. Just ice packs littering the ground, fans everywhere, taping a fan to the ceiling, try to get some cold air there.
Getting an actual ceiling fan. Just tape a fan to the ceiling. Okay, great. Okay, the world is melting.
In 20 years, Naomi, it is going to be hot enough to melt paper. And we're supposed to bring a kid into that.
All right, you're right. Next point.
Oh, I'm not done with talking about climate change. We're supposed to bring a kid into the world that soon's going to look like a Dali painting? No!
Melting clocks.
Politics. Now, Naomi, hold on. I know what you're going to say. Now, we have tried to make this show a respite.
I try to make my home a respite.
So I don't want to get too much into politics.
Great.
That's all I wanted to say. I just want to say that, like, look, I know how you feel, and I know what we want, the experience we want to bring to you, the listener, that we don't want to have to get into the minutia of a moments on this show. We want there to be a respite from the world. But let's just say this. In 20 years from now, Naomi, chances are very likely that there will be a president so racist he outlaws chocolate vanilla swirl ice cream and Neapolitan ice cream. Basically, you can't even have any kind of cooked foods because the ingredients will be mixed. He's against mixing of all kinds. All right? That's how racist that president's going to be. We want to bring a kid into that? Do you want to bring a kid into that, Naomi?
See, now I'm just sad. I really hope we don't have a president that won't let us have swirls. What's your third point, Andy? I need the record to show on my side. I didn't say I was going to make a baby. It ain't like I'm going to make one without him knowing. And look at him. Give me your third reason.
All right. The baby boomers. They have gorged themselves on this world like a medieval king at a banquet, just sucking that giant turkey leg. Now, Naomi, the other day, I finally was able to buy an ice cream cone without looking at my bank account. I am just getting my life together in my 30s.
Oh, I'm aware.
And now that I'm just getting my life together, I'm supposed to unwind my life because I have to take care of a little tater tot.
I love that the baby is some form of potato in every iteration.
I'm supposed to this little fried tater skin full of cheese.
This little loaded sweet potato.
Yes.
Andy, I'm aware that's partially my same reason, but this is why what we're saying. Look, okay, if Blanca Evangelista can make a home and make dinner for her children every night.
Oh God, when they
working,
hugged at the end of that first episode.
I mean,
it melted my heart. That's again. See, but are we going to allow Pose to tell us what our reproductive choices should be?
Well, Pose is telling you that you can make a family without reproducing. What are you saying?
But I'm saying we're taking that like, oh, should we have a family? Should we make a family? Well, if the lesson of Pose is that anyone can be your family if you open your heart, well, then we already have a family. Us and our 2 cats.
Clever, clever, clever. I'm talking about adopting, fostering. You're not against that totally. You know what, Andy? Trust me. Will you stop looking up your bank account before buying ice cream? You're gonna be like, I'm ready to buy ice cream for 2.
Am I gonna be Naomi? Am I gonna be worried that I can't afford diapers because some company hasn't paid me for the branded web series I wrote about English muffins for them? Where's that paycheck? Where's my English muffins paycheck? I can't buy diapers for my little. I can't buy diapers for a little French fry.
Okay, I done got him wound up. Let's go to commercial. See y'all in a minute. What's up, guys? We wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Warby Parker Eyewear. Andy and I both wear glasses. In fact, we have the same prescription. Isn't that so romantic?
It's going to be in our vows. And over the years, we probably spent thousands of dollars on glasses, and we're sick of it.
Which is why we love Warby Parker. They know a pair of glasses shouldn't cost as much as a damn iPhone.
Yeah, Warby Parker's glasses start at just $95, which includes frames, lenses, and anti-glare and anti-scratch coatings. And for every pair you buy, they distribute a pair to someone in need. So when you take care of your eyes, you help someone else take care of theirs.
Get your life! As lifelong glasses wearers, Andy and I know they're an extension of your personality. I mean, they're the first things people see when they look at your face. And with Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you get 5 frames sent to your door to test out. Or if you're me, obsess over.
I tried on some frames when we had friends over, and I was faced with some really hard truths about my face shape that I was glad took place in the comfort of my home. And when I figured out which frames best obscured my hideous visage, all I had to do was order them online. It was easier than making a pasta dinner with all the trimmings.
And by trimmings, he means sauce. Mm-hmm. Head to warbyparker.com/couples to order your free home try-ons today. And when you're done, send them back in the prepaid return label. That's warbyparker.com/couples. And if you want everyone to weigh in on your new specs and find the right frames for you, download the Warby Parker app in the iTunes store. Welcome back. Okay, we done calmed Andy down. He feeling better now. He ain't all worried about this imaginary paycheck for the imaginary child of ours. You good, babe?
Hey, look, if we sell a TV show, I say the first thing we do is get you pregnant.
Oh my God, you want to give him one more good set?
Yeah. Oh my God. I am so excited for this one. And I love these too.
And this one is like, in a way, on theme. Basically, given what we've been talking about. I mean, we didn't even plan a theme, but now it makes it on theme. This next set is from Jared Logan and Kara Clank from The Meltdown in LA. Jared and Kara are comedians and writers who are also married. They're doing it. Okay, they signed that paperwork. They got the papers to prove it. Jared has a Comedy Central half-hour special and wrote for The Late Late Show with James Corden. Kara has written for Girl Code and Broad City and hosts the popular long-running stand-up show If You Build It at UCB in LA and New York. Her debut stand-up album will be released by A Special Thing Records later this year. Get ready for some Jared and Kara.
Roll it!
Hi.
Okay, guys.
So we wanted to talk about.
They talked about how we're married, right? We're married.
Yeah, we're married, and we want to talk about. You know how like every single time you go to a party,
like every party, yeah.
There's somebody who's like, "Oh my God, you haven't seen such and such show."
Yeah, like you haven't watched The Good Place.
Oh
like,
my God, you haven't seen.
Oh my
The
God,
Good Place?
How have you not seen it? Kill yourself.
You're a comedian and you haven't seen The Good Place.
Like I think I hear a train approaching. Jump in front of it. Like how have you not seen The Good Place?
You do comedy and not.
You do comedy? You haven't seen The Good Place. What?
So we're
those people.
And
so we thought we would just like tell you guys a little bit about the shows that we're watching that you should be watching.
We made a list actually of all the shows that we've watched together. Yeah. It's 3 pages.
It's pretty long. It's actually 4. So like, I don't know if you guys want to get out phones right now to write down a list.
Yeah, you're gonna want some of these recs.
Yeah.
All right. So
we'll just start.
let's get
So just
the
go.
first couple elementary. A lot of you
Yeah.
probably have seen these. Breaking Bad, Westworld,
Yeah. You should woo for everyone that you've heard of.
Homeland. We watched Sons of Anarchy,
Yes.
Game of Thrones. Which Game of Thrones is such a great show because it combines
So
equal
good.
parts like fantasy, action, intrigue, magic, and Kara asking, "Who is that? Who is that man?"
In my defense, there are 90 white, bald, bearded men on that show. There are so fucking many identical men on that show.
Kara asks so many questions during Game of Thrones, and sometimes they get like deeply existential. She's like, "Why are they fighting?" And I'm like, "Okay, feudalism was a system."
I will.
Wherein, like,
I watched the first season with subtitles. Whatever.
the accents are tough.
Okay, other shows. Big Little Lies.
Yes.
Ladies. Feud, Betty and Joan. I'm like really Team Betty. He's Team Joan.
Team Joan all the way.
Taboo.
We saw Taboo.
Yeah. Fargo. Legion.
Legion was tough because Kara doesn't really do superheroes very well either.
But I liked it.
You did. You
I
loved
did.
it. But just to give you an idea.
I was like, Astral Plane? Yeah.
Eventually you were like
Yeah,
that.
but
just to give you an idea of how Kara processes superheroes, one time we saw a commercial for a Spider-Man movie, and Kara paused it and went, "Wait, Spider-Man can talk?"
I didn't think he could talk because of that mask over his mouth. I thought he had to. I knew Peter Parker could talk. I didn't know he could talk when he was Spider-Man. Thought he was like a silent killer.
I didn't know how to answer it. I was like, yes, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. No, he tweeted it immediately.
Yeah. Other shows.
Other
we've seen.
shows. I mean, guys, keep your ears open.
Some
We're
of
gonna
these
keep
are
going.
a little bit more harder and advanced. We've seen All of the Killing. We've seen Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
That one's slow, but worth it. Mad Men, Low Winter Sun. Halt and Catch Fire.
Oh yeah, we're huge halt heads. Just
They
huge
are-
halt heads.
I thought it wasn't it Fire Catchers we decided
We're
on?
still kind of the jury's out kind of on like our collective noun
Halters.
for the
Halter
hashtag
tops.
fandom.
Halter
yeah.
tops.
Yeah, halter tops. That's a good one.
We did it.
All right. American Crime Story, The People versus O.J. Simpson, American Horror Story, American Horror Story Asylum, American Horror Story Coven, American Horror Story Freak Show, American Horror Story Hotel.
Half
And
of
that's where we stopped.
And we stopped.
We requested an early checkout. There was just a 5-minute
brutal
rape
rape scene.
with a,
We were like,
a
why
demon
is-
on human. I couldn't. Yeah.
Why is this happening?
Yeah.
We're trying to have couple time.
And I was like, bellhop.
Keep
We'll be
in
checking
mind,
out.
we were fine in American Horror Story Coven when Precious fucked a Minotaur.
Yeah.
Which is something that happens in that show. And we were like, it's consensual. The Minotaur seemed nice. And then
Yeah. Agreed.
we stopped at Hotel.
We
all right.
got some Netflix stuff.
Yeah, we do Netflix, Making a Murderer we did, The Keepers, House of Cards. I think the next season is out.
I don't know. I've been catching a lot of snippets in the news,
previews.
and the new season seems creepy.
Really bonkers.
It feels like.
Feels odd.
Yeah.
Odd choices from the main character. Mindhunter we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And we just finished Stranger Things.
Today we finished Stranger
and again,
Things.
Kara with science fiction, very difficult.
What's happening?
Like, at one point during Stranger Things, Kara was like, wait, she can just move stuff with her mind? You, like, have to explain science fiction from, like, the beginning? Like, I have to go, what if there was a world where untrue things were true? Kara's like, but they're not true. I'm like, just stay with me.
What I really like about it is the product placement and how it's like, that's not what the KFC logo looks like anymore. That's crazy.
It is fun to see
It's
that
fun.
for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know. Nostalgia's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, we've got Handmaid's Tale,
Oh,
Casual, Difficult People, final season of The Mindy Project, Chance. Those are all on Hulu.
Have you guys
haven't
seen
seen
Chance?
Chance? Have you guys seen Chance?
Have you seen Chance?
You guys, it's got
gotta
House.
See Chance.
It's got House in it.
It's got
Have you
House
seen
from
it?
Veep. You know
House
House
from
from
Veep
Veep?
is in Chance. You guys
House
haven't
from
seen
Veep
it?
is in Chance.
Oh, you guys got to watch Chance. Season 2 just started on Hulu.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Chance is my favorite Ethan Suplee vehicle.
Yeah. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
You said it, and that's saying a lot.
I know who Ethan Suplee is. Okay. We did Deadwood, The Tudors, we did. Rome, The Borgias. We went ahead and hopped into that. The Young Pope, Olive Kittredge.
Guys, Olive Kittredge features Frances McDormand wearing zero makeup. It is so brave. Just the bravest performance.
Do you guys like slow examinations of the disintegration of a marriage over several decades?
Then you are gonna love you some Olive Kittredge.
In Maine? It's like Stephen King without monsters.
The monsters are inside the house.
I think it's based on a book.
A book.
I'm
not positive what a book is.
That is. Yeah.
It's like what they have out there, but without pictures.
Yeah, I think
so. We are the leftovers,
Yeah.
the Orville, the Wire,
Orville, motherfucker.
the Sinner. Killed the Sinner. USA. Falling Water. I don't even remember what that one's about.
Falling Water is Inception, but on USA. So it's like, what if instead of Christopher Nolan making Inception, the people who made Monk made Inception?
Yeah. Don't sleep on USA Network, you guys.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of hits. They got Mr. Robot. That's a good one. This is not USA, but okay. We had Queen of the South. We watched.
Yeah.
Then these are not USA. Sherlock. We watched Sherlock. We watched Law and Order. True Crime, the Menendez Murders. So far, we've watched it.
You know what happens, but it's still kind of like, ooh, you know?
And Law and Order SVU.
I would like to confess to all of you right now that I am caught up on SVU. I watch it currently every fucking week. It is in season 19. There have been 416 episodes, and I have seen all of them more than once. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I like to watch it too. And I got to tell you, at this point, they're writing them with Mad Libs. They're like, give me an example of somewhere semen could be.
On a dog's head?
The semen was found on a dog's head.
I truly do think that there was there was semen on a cat one time, but go on. Okay. Penny Dreadful, Schitt's Creek, Brockmire, killed Brockmire.
We completed Brockmire.
Loudermilk on Epix. Get Shorty on Epix. We have Epix.
We have Epix.
We just needed that premium content. We have Epix.
The only way I could describe the shows on that network I would say that those shows are epic.
Okay, I thought that would bomb, but it did medium.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it did bomb like you said.
But I thought it did medium. You guys were like, we'll give it to him.
She takes such care with my ego. It's really nice. She doesn't have to. All right. Other shows we've seen. Orange is the New Black. Blackish. Black Mirror. The Blacklist. The Blacklist : Redemption. I actually like the Redemption better.
I'm actually Blacklist original recipe.
You like the original recipe?
I have to. Yeah, that's what I'm with. Doctor Who, Downton Abbey, The Night Manager. Have you guys seen The Night Manager?
Have you seen Night
It
Manager?
has Chance.
You know Chance
from House.
House from
Veep.
Chance, who's House from Veep.
You guys would like it because you seem to like all those other shows.
We've seen Sequestered, a Crackle original series.
Okay, listen. We are married. We are a married couple, so just we own each other. But
I'm allowed.
I'm allowed. We have our own personalities and our own, independence. We do watch some stuff alone, like Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Real Housewives of Dallas.
Those are my shows.
Yeah. And then Jared has some other shows he watches alone too.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get off. But I watched The Strain, Rick and Morty. I watched The Flash, which is about which is about a guy who didn't get cast in the Flash movie pretending to be the Flash. Feel bad for him now, you know? He still has to wear the fucking suit. you know? And he looks in the mirror like, who gives a shit? I'm not the real fucking Flash.
And sometimes when I'm in the room, I will hear the Flash on and I'll just hear a 20-year-old model who's playing a doctor say something like, I think I can stabilize his cells if I had a sample of his DNA prior to when he was exposed to the dark matter. It's a badly written show, is what I'm telling you.
Some of these people like it.
Oh, well, I guess so. I guess we found out. But I guess like what we really came to this show to tell you guys tonight is that the secret to a happy marriage is like, don't be around other people.
Don't go
you know
outside.
What I mean? Don't talk to each other.
Don't
do that.
interact with anyone.
Just watch television. Okay,
Complete
just
your DVR.
Watch TV together. Never stop watching it.
And you need to see all the shows that we've mentioned, because if you don't, you've missed out.
And you support Trump.
Yes.
It's just that's.
And I think every show is really strong.
Yeah.
this
Well, we
year.
watch every show that everybody else likes. Like, so we watch
Except
all the
Walking
popular
Dead.
shows.
Fuck that show.
Fuck Walking Dead.
That show
Fuck
fucking
The Walking
sucks.
Dead.
Fuck Walking Dead and fuck Fear the Walking Dead. I fucking hate that bullshit. Fucking shit.
You know what I will say? I like The Talking Dead.
I do too.
Yeah,
I like Talking
me
Dead.
too. It's just
Yeah.
we don't even get it, but it's fun. You guys have been really fun. Kara
Bye-bye.
playing Jared Logan.
Welcome back, my friends, my acquaintances, my listeners, my beautiful, shining children. Yeah, I mean, aren't the listeners like our children? In a way, in a very abstract, a very kind of just like Dolly-esque Dada way.
Dada and Mama way. I think you're right. I mean, I definitely am obsessed with what they think of me and want them to love me. So I guess that does make them my children.
Oh, that's so true. That is so true. Jared and Kara are great. And also, like, it does make me miss the meltdown a lot. But, Naomi, my dear, my love, my sweetheart, the apple of my eye, the orange of my heart, the banana of my femur.
Go on.
I do love our new home, which is at the Virgil. And speaking of which, my friends, my listeners, my children, you can see us live if you live in Los Angeles next time at the Virgil on September 1st. And you can get tickets at couplestherapypod.com. Also, if you live in New York, we're doing a live show there on September 17th at Union Hall. Again, you can find tickets at couplestherapypod.com under the CS Live banner.
So, you guys, thank you so much for listening. I mean, I was going to let that pause stay there, almost as pregnant as I could be one day. And
has a pregnant pause ever had a C-section?
Hush, hush, hush. You guys, holler at us on Twitter at Naomi and Andy. If you want to talk to us separately, hit me up at Blacktress. Holla at this boy at Andy Beckerman.
And by the way, we just opened up the DMs at the Naomi and Andy account. So if you have questions for us, we're thinking of like maybe in the future on the show, we'll answer your relationship questions, your life questions. You know, Naomi's an old soul. I'm old, period. So we have a lot of experience in this world. Write us. Tell us, ask us things, and maybe we'll answer them on a future episode.
Yeah. And then look at our pretty pictures and fun time on Instagram at Couples Therapy Pod. And
we got merch.
Yeah.
So again, go to couplestherapypod.com. You can get merch, you can get tickets, you can see other fun shows on the How Stuff Works network. Oh, and you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, and please rate and review it there. We need your reviews. We need your ratings.
Make them good ones, though.
Yeah, both for our hearts and for whatever the mechanism is in the corporate Apple structure. And you guys can subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. See you next week. Bye. Bye.
Couples therapy. Couples therapy.
You know, people say necessity is the mother of invention, but that's not always true. Sometimes the mother of invention is...
advertising?
Yeah, or pure accident.
How about egomaniacal delusion?
Absolutely, or just a desperate longing to be cool.
I'm Robert Lamb.
And I'm Joe McCormick.
We're the hosts of the science podcast Stuff to Blow Your Mind, and now we're branching off into the exploration of invention.
Invention is the story of human history told one piece of technology at a time, the things we made and how they made us.
Invention publishes every Monday. Listen and subscribe to Invention on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you find your podcasts.